Stellar Blade is doing insane on PC. Originally releasing on April 26, 2024 for the PlayStation 5, it would later be ported on June 11th, 2025 to PC, where it would go on, according to IGN, to become Sony's biggest single-player Steam launch ever, being only beat out by Helldivers 2, which, as you may know, isn't single-player, that one's multiplayer. And as of the time of this recording, the all-time peak players on Steam for Stellar Blade is 188,576, and the weekend isn't over yet. Just as a point of comparison, Ghost of Tsushima peaked at 77,000-ish players, God of War peaked at 73,000-ish players, and Spider-Man Remastered peaked at about 66,000 players. Stellar Blade is doing over 100,000 more. Well, what is it about Stellar Blade? Why are we seeing this game have this level of success? I played it originally on the PS5, and I'm playing through it again on Steam, and there's a lot to talk about. But let's talk about the reason why former president of Sony Interactive Entertainment Worldwide Studios believes the game is doing so well, because he believes it can be attributed to the combat, even going so far as to say that even before Stellar Blade had its name and was still being called Project Eve, that the combat was fun and engaging to the point that Yoshida offered Shift Up a Sony publishing deal, thus making Stellar Blade a timed PlayStation 5 exclusive title. This was stated apparently in an interview with GameWatch, but translated by Automaton Media, link in the description down below. And I largely agree. Yeah, the conversation around Stellar Blade will absolutely heavily revolve around the appearance of the main character Eve and quite a few of the other characters. They are designed to be attractive people. But I am a firm believer that you do not achieve this level of success by simply having attractive video game characters. You need to have a compelling enough story alongside really good gameplay. It's a video game at the end of the day. People want to play a fun game. And having played Stellar Blade before on the PS5 and playing through it again on PC, Stellar Blade has incredible combat. The game gives you a bunch of interactive and fun abilities that you can utilize to become really powerful against monsters that can feel rather difficult. It's an engaging dance as you parry or dodge and utilize specific abilities in your toolkit to overcome these challenges that are visually interesting and mechanically varied. You juxtapose that combat system, which is that fun and entertaining, alongside a beautiful, beautiful post-apocalyptic hellscape with a really intriguing storyline that may not be told the best throughout large chunks of the game, but I think near the end becomes extremely compelling. And I think there's also a few other elements that can be attributed to Stellar Blade's success. And continued success by the looks of it on Steam. Well, let's talk about the PC port right now. It's great. Like, this is a phenomenal PC port. It runs smooth as butter. And while I haven't particularly ran into any issues outside of like maybe one minor bug, there are already mods in the works and that are already made to address any issues you may possibly have when it comes to like micro stuttering and stuff like that, though I don't suffer from them. I don't even need to use FrameGen on this game. There's so many other big modern releases where that's just not the case, and I'm on good hardware too, if you want to achieve like above 100 frame rate. So what we have here is a game with incredible gameplay, an interesting and engaging world to lose yourself in, fun characters, and a PC port that is very well optimized, while also having a price point that is reasonable, being $60. On top of that, the game has a demo that you can play to test out the opening bits of the game to see if it's your cup of tea or not. The game reeks of confidence because it has every reason to be confident. It's a really well put together game. Alongside that, you can carry your progress over from the demo if you so choose, and in a lot of ways, Stellar Blade is doing a pretty dang good job on PC. And the couple points of possible controversy that it might actually have, it is largely addressed. One of the big points of contention with a lot of Sony PC releases is the region locking because of the PlayStation account. Well, back on May 30th, Stellar Blade announced that it was available now in over 250 regions for the pre-orders for PC. Every step along the way, this game reeks of passion and confidence, and that can go a long way, especially when you have a game that is seemingly, and from my experience at least, very well optimized, which is rare in the modern day for big releases on PC. see. It's not unheard of. It's just really nice to see a game that actually cares about being optimized and isn't some just lazy port we can be accustomed to. All the while having extremely fun and interesting combat. And it's one of those games that just simply gets better the more you play of it. Sure, the more open world-ish sections that the game throws you into later on may not be everyone's cup of tea, but you can just kind of ignore the open world and just go right to the main objective if you want. As a general rule of thumb, in my opinion, this game just strictly gets better, with more interesting and cool and visually striking boss fights as well. And yeah, I know a lot of conversation about the beauty of this game is going to be relegated to the character design and especially Eve. However, just looking at the world in this game, oh my god, it's so gorgeous to look at. Look, Nier Automata is my favorite game of all time, and I know myself and many other Nier fans have been chomping at the bit for another installment in that series. And the only thing we've gotten was a mobile gacha game that's no longer even available. Stellar Blade appeals a lot to what I was looking for. It's also really funny to just see, like, traditional games media borderline scratch their head going, is it just because people are, like, gooning? Like this article by PC Gamer saying, Gooner Game of the Year, Stellar Blade's mods are 41% smut, ensuring gamers will never see the light of heaven. And like, yeah, I agree, gamers will never see the light of heaven. Look, after the Xbox Live parties, we're on borrow time. But in all seriousness, it is really funny to see people borderline question why Stellar Blade is doing well and think it's all just about, like, Eve's character design. And it's like, yeah, I think that's a chunk of the pie, but I do think the gameplay and the overall quality of the game is the largest slice of the pie. They work with each other, right? It's like, let's be realistic here. People like looking at attractive people. It's why they're called attractive people. And when you combine characters that a lot of people like to look at, combined with actually great gameplay and a compelling overall story. It's not the greatest story of all time. I think it gets a hell of a lot better near the end, though. But like throughout a majority of the experience, it's a solidly good story, and just overall, that's an engaging experience for a lot of people. In a far more simple light, Stellar Blade is simply a game that is enjoyable and fun, that you like to play, that you like to look at, not just for the characters but the world overall, has really compelling music, a great atmosphere and tone, extremely enjoyable combat, and a story that just gets better and better, in a world that is heavily intriguing and interesting. I am pleasantly surprised by how well Stellar Blade is doing. Normally when it comes to these like PC ports of PlayStation games, a lot of the hype has already died down because it was on PlayStation for about a year to like over a year sometimes. There's a little bit of a conversation that arises when it's first ported and it largely just fizzles out as other games come online. With Stellar Blade though, people are chomping at the bit for this game. People like this game, people enjoy this game, they want more of this game, they want a sequel, which is apparently coming. And it's very nice to see the PC port of a PlayStation game do so well as Stellar Blade has done and continues to do. PC is my primary platform. It's where I enjoy playing my games the most. It's where I want all of my games to be played on. Whenever a game gets a PC port, an angel gets its wings. Okay, maybe they don't, but you know that's how I roughly feel about it. That or Gabe Newell makes another Steam Deck. I feel like either comparison works. And even though I've already played this game before, it's so fun and so enjoyable, right now as I'm making this video, all I'm thinking about is going back to play more of it. Because its combat loop is that addicting, it's that enjoyable, it's that fun. I love how the various different builds you can go down and prioritize early on. Do you want more beta energy? Do you want to invest more in parrying or dodging? Or just invest more into your big signature abilities? What do you want to do? How do you want to interface with this game? What do you want to prioritize? How do you want to play this game? How do you want to build Eve? It's customizable, it's enjoyable, it's fun, it's constant, and it just continues to get better the more time you put into it. That, in my opinion, people, is a recipe for success. And with that, I'll call the video there for the day. Thank you all for tuning in. My pleasure bringing the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out and help support future content, and I greatly appreciate it. Leave a comment down below with if you have played Stellar Blade, or if you are playing Stellar Blade, how do you feel about it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What element has been your favorite? I'd love to hear your thoughts and hear your opinions and to hear your perspectives. Stay safe, have a great day, go play some video games, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye, everybody, until we meet again.